Hello there, once again, it's your boy Moon, and this one's a bit of a two for one actually. And I think I've kind of made a decision in terms of, I think I want to go for First Order and Kylo Ren or Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And to do so, we've got quite a few more to do. Probably focusing down on this for the next couple of months. Unfortunately, there's no other way through it. We did Kylo Ren last time. We've done our Emperor Palpatine. That's pretty sweet, actually. That was about 2 or 3 videos ago. So, yeah, this one is a bit of a two for one, simply because of the ship. So what I'll do in this one, a little bit different. Don't tend to focus on the ships too much. But in this one, I'm actually going to do side by side with the ships because I believe that this is one of the best ships out there in terms of when you think about the stacking offense. Whenever it's hitting a target locked enemy, I think this is possibly the hardest hitting ship in the game. Again, I'm not a huge ships guy, so let me know if there is a harder hitting ship. But we're not going to worry too much about these stats. I will put them side by side. So I think that's probably an interesting, having a look at the physical offense. So we'll have a look at that, obviously, with the stacking damage as well. So, but in terms of the actual video itself, I will probably concentrate more on the character. In terms of the mods, at the moment, this is another character which I haven't really changed the mods on in around about 6 months, and I just did it really for speed to try and get it above 250, 260 for most starting characters. However, friend in the guild, AHT1, had said just stack him with health. And when I was having a look at the leadership, and I was thinking, well, if they're recovering 5% health and 5% protection each time, should I not just go for a mix of both, have it even? And then I had a look at this other one. When Kylo takes damage, he recovers 8% health, and a random First Order ally who doesn't have it gains advantage. Counter chance, and again with the focus rage, he's going to deal physical damage to target enemy and recover health equal to the damage dealt. So now I can completely see why you want to stack him with health. And I'll probably try and get a bit of offense on here as well. Again, I'm not going to mess around too much with the mods at the moment, but I do know where I want to head with this now after having a bit of advice on this character, and also from sort of properly reading the kit as well. So yeah, we'll go from there. In terms of the stats, again at the moment around about 100,000 health and protection. I'm not worried too much about it because I'm going to be remodding this afterwards. And potency is fairly high, but again we don't really need that on this character. Tenacity is fairly important, so may have a look at that as well. Resisting buffs, although there is an argument that I don't actually want to resist debuffs. I actually want to get them on them because of that status effect. So each and every time. So I guess there's an argument. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. Certainly no expert on them, but certainly on this faction. So it really is nice having your input on this as well. So essentially, I probably want to tank my tenacity and make him better in terms of the healing. Again, long way to go, I know that, but we'll see how it goes anyway. I'm going to do the main ones. I think I'm going to do Kylo Ren and First Order Executioner. General Hux is a pretty cool character. Might buy their shards with crystals. I've got... again, I might sort of hoard those up anyway. In terms of gear pieces, that's a nice and easy one at gear 12. This one isn't too bad. Again, there are a lot of other characters. It does share with First Order Officer from what I know there. This is everywhere. Wat Tambor, he uses a lot of them. Geos use a lot of them. But other than that, it's not too bad. This one, stun gun. Story of my life at the moment, stun guns. Some cuffs, and this as well. Again, Wat Tambor, Arc Trooper, Dooku, Treya, lots and lots of HK, lots of characters, Death Trooper, lots of characters that I want to get. Zalbar as well. So this is in high demand at the moment. This isn't too bad. Again, it's like Carbontes. These are just ridiculous. Had some of those. Those are pretty rough as well. And the final piece isn't too bad. One of the characters, and there isn't a huge amount of characters that like actually use this. It more tends to be the other one, the cattle prod prototype, and I can't remember the official name for it. But that ain't too bad. This isn't too bad as well, and I've got plenty of this saved up because, again, there isn't a huge amount of Gear 13 that I want to do with it, so kind of quite lucky. As I said, I'll put all the stats, don't worry too much, I'll put all the stats side by side. I'll keep the mods exactly the same, I think, for just for a side-by-side basis. We do get the extra speed, so that's always nice, being able to offset that. Armor is going to be pretty good as well. Resistance, tenacity, as I said, I don't know whether I do or whether I don't want to increase that. And then 10% health steal, well, that's going to be very nice as well. Kind of want to up his damage, I think. What is he? He's physical. So, okay, so base stat there is 3-7, so that'll be interesting as well. Right, let's go ahead, apply these. So this is going to give a big chunk of health, extra 6 speed, armor and resistance, so that's all good stuff. Let's get that on, and then let's get this on as well. Cool, so we're ready to go, and we've got his lightsaber as his relic. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, let's start amplifying. I have been spamming the TIE Bomber shards on the Galactic Chase, so I've got quite a few relic materials. I did sort of change quite a lot of gear into like the first 3. Don't know how much I need. I think I need about 300 more for the, but that's for the whole 12 characters. So just sort of getting the prep in early. I think I'll go to 4. In this example, do I want to go to 5? Might go to 5 just because of the ship. Go on then. Let's go to 5. I'm going to have to dump it in here eventually. And pretty close to 6. Okay, but we'll keep it at 5 for now. Again, it's getting expensive. I might do that tomorrow, but it is getting expensive with the refreshes for the TIE Bomber as well. Pretty close to that, actually. Okay, so relic-wise, what does this do? Well, we get a big chunk of health, which is great news. Armor plus 3%, that's great news as well. Physical damage, exactly what I want. That's gone up by 1,000. The agility growth, armor, that's big as well. So again, looking at the stat there, it's 4.2% armor. Combined physical crit chance, that's something I hadn't really considered, but that's always nice. Resistance is good. Special damage, don't want to use that. Protection, that's a nice little buff. And then the armor, okay, so we've got 3, 2. So we've got 6.2% on that armor there. Health steal's gone up as well. That's all pretty good and pretty relevant stuff, actually. So let's take a look at the stats. I will put these side by side at the end, but at a glance, that's looking pretty nice now. The health is looking good. Again, ideally I'm going to switch these over to health sets, and I might just do a very quick one. Physical offense has gone up to 4.9, nearly 5,000, so that's pretty good. As I said, the tenacity's gone up a little bit, but I'm kind of tempted to tank that. Might have a quick play around with mods. Let's have a look at these ship stats. As I said, I will put them side by side. Health and protection's definitely gone up, or the health has. I'm sure the speed has as well. And physical offense has gone up as well, which is nice. And again, with that stacking offense with target lock, this is absolutely huge. It doesn't have a cap on it either. So this is like a really nice ship. I've never really used it a huge amount. So I'm going to have a play around with mods just for an example and see what I can get him to. Okay, so if I did, for example, unfortunately I've had to take a load of mods off old Dakar and General Grievous. It's basically like General Grievous's mod set, essentially, like all health and secondary speed. So, but it's quite good to know that I can kind of get over 100, easily over 108,000 health. Protection's not taken too much of a hit either at 52,000. It is a big detriment to speed, so I will get an extra 30 speed from the leadership if I remember right. And with that, again, physical offense is hovering around about 5,000, so neither here nor there. armor is actually pretty good. It's one of the better tanks that I've seen at nearly 60%. So that's interesting to know because, as I said, with the armor, it's going to negate 60% of physical offense coming in. And in terms of just for the statos, the special resistance is 50%, 53% there. I don't think there's a huge amount of better tanks. I could be wrong, but I think 60% is one of the higher ones. So that's good to know as well. So what I'll do, I'll go back, have a look. I'm going to revert that, but that's just interesting in terms of... but yeah, they will have 30 speed, 40% crit damage as well on that leadership. And when they score a crit, they'll get an extra 20% turn meter. So this is turning into a really nice team. And the more I look at this faction, the better I like it, in all honesty. There are some trash characters in there as well, but as I said, I'll hover the side-by-side stats up here at the moment. We did do some testing last time in a certain event. I can't exactly remember what it was, BB-8 maybe. So I'll go and try that again and just see what the difference with Kylo is. Okay, so last time as I said, I think it's quite a good test to go in and just to see the actual sort of damage output. And again, the focus is going to be on... I'll tell you what, let's go here. 23,000. Let's put a hole over there. So 23,000 off the special. Let's try and force all the turn meter over. 18,000 there. Let's try and pump the turn meter. Don't want to kill him off too quickly. That's the annoying thing. Let's try and spread the damage. And he's got foresight, so let's go over here. 30,000, that's nice. See if we can try and get a third hit in. I wouldn't mind getting the special. Okay, let's try that again. But he seems to be critting quite a lot, which is good news. Okay, so I might actually stun there. And let's go to Ray again. 34,000, nice. So remember, that's going to recover in battle 34,000 health. Basic 20,000. I'm actually really sold on this character. And love them or hate them, I think this is a really, really useful character. And I think I'll just go basic there. I do want to sort of more showcase. Oh my god, stun. And I don't think there's any way out of it either. But that's some nice damage that he's outputting, actually. And I reckon I could get a bit more damage on there. I'm not worried too much. Again, I think health... I think AHT was right. I think health is exactly what I want to be doing. 35,000. That's some nice damage. That's some really nice health to be recovering, you know. And basic 18. So that sort of hovers around 18, 19,000. See if we can get a third hit off. Yeah, I really like this character at gear 13. I think he performs really well. Let's try and get some more turn meter. And I actually really like this. The more I play with them, no crit there, unfortunately. But the more I play with this faction, the more I actually enjoy. And again, I've still got General Hux to gear up. So let's try last time. Let's try a different target this time. Let's go in here. 34,000. I really like this. I think this is potentially how you mod him. A really, really good character. He's just so thick to get through. So, as I said, my thoughts on this one, I think this is a great character to gear 13. Whether you're going for Galactic Legends or not, I think this is a really nice addition. I think this will cause a lot of people issues in Grand Arena. I think when you push these characters up to gear 13, 46,000. I really like the damage output on this as well. When he's going to be recovering 46,000, half of his health pool. I think this now puts people under pressure for a standard resistance counter to now have to gear up their their resistance as well. So I think this sort of like these characters, well, not these characters here. I'll be careful what I say. But I think these now become an issue for a Gear 12. I think anything under Gear 12 resistance really struggles with a lot of these factions now. Gear 13. Again, relics, I think this just supercharges the faction. And as I said, I'll probably be focusing a little bit on this now. There's certainly characters that I do want to do here. But yeah, really like Kylo Ren Unmasked. I've actually really enjoyed Emperor Palpatine. Kylo Ren I wasn't so keen on, but the more I've used him in 3v3, certainly the more I like him. And Kylo Ren Unmasked as well, I actually really like this character at Gear 13. So hope this helps you make an informed decision. I've been Moon, and again, if you want to support the channel, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here or you're not subscribed, and you can also join the Discord if you want to chat anything Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I'll leave the link in the description below. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Cheers, guys.